Right, so when I first started on YouTube, I was honestly not really sure what I wanted to create content about, because I was not yet sure what is it that I am passionate about, and I was not really sure what were my strengths, what was my weaknesses, and I felt like I wanted to do a whole lot of things at once. And I have started faceless YouTube channels. I have started a YouTube channel before, and neither of them did that well, right? And I barely even reached 100 subscribers. I used to struggle a lot with creating content, but one of the biggest questions that you have to understand when you're a content creator, because we are all different, right? And because we are all drawn towards different kinds of content, you are going to be creating content for people that usually are like-minded individuals. And that is one of my biggest reasons that I am so happy that I am on YouTube, is because I get to attract like-minded individuals, and kind of I get to build a community of people who think more or less like I do. And that's kind of what starting a YouTube channel is also all about. You know, it's one of those things, having your own community. So what is it that you would want to talk about, that you talk about on a day-to-day basis, that you effortlessly talk about, that you don't have to struggle, or it doesn't have to be something painful, whenever you think about doing it, you get discouraged, or you're like, ah, this is boring. So what is it that you do that is fun, that you love to do, and that you would like to create content about? Hello there, champions. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kokoto Muluti. On my channel, I talk about different kinds of opportunities out there. I talk about online opportunities, local opportunities, and international opportunities. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I drop a video. In today's video, I'm just talking about what you should create content about, and this is for all the people that are either aspiring content creators, or you are a content creator and you are stuck on making content and creating content, right? And I also create content for myself, so these are just some of the things that I have realized about creating content, especially when you don't have any ideas on what you should create content about. The second thing that's really important to consider is, what do people want to see? What is already working? And I have this thing like, what's wrong with copy and paste, but just make it your own thing. So there's nothing wrong with copying somebody else, but you must make it your own thing and add your own flavor and explain it in a different kind of way. I always explain things the way I would want somebody to explain it to me, and I tend to be an over explainer, because sometimes the person that you're talking to doesn't really understand, because I might just not understand, and I might not have the expertise that you have, and my mind might not work the way you work, because I know, like, I'm a creative person, and I tend to be really good at being creative and coming up with things, and things that have got to do with color, that kind of vibe, but it's a little bit harder for me to kind of understand things where it's more English, guys. Where it's more like conventional, and it's like step by step kind of a thing. That kind of, for me, like, I tend to feel really bored, and I tend to not be good so much at understanding things that are like that, and when I do understand things, I tend to kind of have this way of interpreting things in my own way, and I think there are a lot of people out there that are just like you, that are waiting for other people to create content, and there are other people that are going through things that are the very same things that you are going through, like, for example, how many people out there are unemployed in South Africa who have got unemployment struggles, and sometimes every now and then I talk about that on my channel, because I know how it feels like, and for me it's just real talk, and it's things that people need to hear, and that people want to hear, and it kind of feels good to know that you're not an alien, because you must remember, you are also creating content for somebody like people that are in different situations, and content creation and being an influencer, we go online to be entertained, to solve a problem, to be educated. And when somebody else does that, who's going through pretty much the same thing as you do, you become really inspired and be like, you know what, if this person can start a YouTube channel, so can I. So it's important to have your target market in mind. The third question is, what is it that you are solving? Like, how are you making a difference in people's lives? Because at the end of the day, that's why people are going to buy your product, that's why people are going to buy your service, that's why people are going to come here online and watch like my channel, you know. I think for me, my answer would be, I am solving people's problems where they don't know what kind of opportunities are out there, or they might know, but they just don't have enough information about it. I am solving people that are startups, and that are struggling to kind of understand things and get their heads off the ground in terms of financially. I am solving like an unemployment problem. I am teaching people about ways that you can make money. I am teaching people about where you can find different kinds of opportunities. I am opening people's minds to the possibilities of the opportunities that are out there and the different ways to make money, you know. That's just like a quick thing of what kind of problem am I solving, you know. And for me, I think it resonated a lot with what I was going through and what I am going through and what I see a lot of people around me going through, you know. And just kind of like for me, it was a little bit weird to not even realize that there are people out there that don't know that you can make money here on YouTube, you know. And for me, that was a little bit of a shock. I was like, you know, because obviously, as somebody that has made money online, this is my, as I said before, that I have attempted in other times to start a YouTube channel. Obviously, I know that you can be monetized here on YouTube. I was just kind of not hitting the right target market, and I was not choosing the right niche in order for people to watch my videos, and I was not doing it properly. My thumbnails were a complete disaster. My thumbnails aren't actually the way I want them to be right now, because I think eventually I am going to get to a point where I fix my thumbnails and I fix the way I do things. But you know, everything is kind of like trial and error, step by step, you know, taking things one day at a time. So just think about that. What kind of a problem can you solve? The fourth thing I would think about is, what is happening around you that you would like to make people aware of. And one of my favorite channels to watch here on YouTube are things that are related like to motherhood and the struggles that people go through, because it kind of makes me understand, first of all, that I'm not alone, and it just kind of makes me kind of go inwards, and then starts to learn and realize that there's nothing wrong with being imperfect, you know, especially things that have also got to do with me understanding where my trauma comes from and how to deal with that kind of things, you know, because a lot of people are going through that. And especially if you don't have money for counseling and things like that, like making content on those things kind of help people every single day. So literally, how can you help people in terms of things that are going on around you already? And the last important thing is, whatever niche you choose, right? There will always be like a topic inside of a topic inside of a topic. For example, let's say you are making a channel about making money online. I think it's a very broad thing, because there are different ways that you can make money online, and there are some people that specialize in terms of only making money online through social media, and then making you like understand step by step by step by step how social media works, what is an algorithm, or when to post, how to post, batch content. There's a whole lot of content that kind of has got to do with social media, and there's a lot of questions that people ask. Like, for every single question, you can literally kind of try to expand that as much as possible, as if like you are explaining your contents to somebody that is seeing it for the first time. So yeah, that is my tips and advice for all the people that are struggling to create content. Oh, and another important thing I forgot, there's also, guys, AI tools such as ChatGPT. If you really cannot find what you should create your content on, that you can go on ChatGPT and literally type in, please suggest 100 content creation idea with this particular topic. So for example, if you want to do content about social media or how to make money on social media, then you would say, please suggest 100 ideas of how I can create content on social media. I think that makes sense, guys. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, but it basically, what I'm saying, guys, is go on go on the AI tools and check the especially ChatGPT, and you can like basically get anything. They can even write the script for you if you're struggling that much. So yes, guys, we have come to the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to comment down in the comment section below. Up until next time, bye guys.